Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Awangga Surya Atmaja, and on this occasion, I will present about the impact of e-commerce to boost the Indonesian economy during pandemic of COVID-19. Before we get to the material, I want to ask you guys, do you know what e-commerce is? Surely you have know a lot of what e-commerce is. For those who don't know, it's okay because I will tell you what e-commerce is so you can understand what I present later. According to techtarget.com, e-commerce or electronic commerce is the buying and selling of goods and service or the transmitting of funds or data over an electronic network, primarily in the internet. This business transaction occur either as business to business or B2B, business to consumer or B2C, consumer to consumer or C2C, and consumer to business C2B. The term e-commerce and e-business are often used interchangeably. The term retail is also sometimes used in reference to the transactional process that make up online retail shopping. That was according to techtarget.com. If I personally, I think e-commerce is a platform where everyone can buy and sell electronically or trade, like buying and selling in modern market, but in electronical way. The example of e-commerce application in Indonesia is Tokopedia, Shopee, and Lazada. During this pandemic, every country is aggressively thinking about the strategies that must be used to maintain the economy when its outbreak occurs. One of which is Indonesia. The Indonesian government strives for economic growth to have a positive and relative increasing value. The spread of the COVID-19 virus does not only affect health and humanity issues, but has widened to economic issues such as industry and trades. The COVID-19 pandemic was detected on to March 2, 2020, which was confirmed directly by our president, Mr. Joko Widodo. And from then on, Indonesia had to do some activities such as work indoors because of social restriction policy. Therefore, direct buying and selling transaction could not be carried out intensely. If buying and selling activities are hampered, the Indonesian economic will be hampered as well. Therefore, one of the answers to the problem is e-commerce. For e-commerce itself has a a long time before the COVID-19 outbreak. The COVID-19 outbreak attack, but there are not enough users like today. During this pandemic, there are many activities that require us to do it online, including buying and selling, trading activities. E-commerce business is the main need for the public in transaction during this pandemic, considering that people are afraid to shop directly so that the purchase of some needs is done online. With so many e-commerce users, it certainly invites offline trader and entrepreneur to participate in the e-commerce world. So the Indonesian economy will be fine and will not affect by the pandemic of COVID-19. With the existence of a new platform, there will also be many new innovation that will emerge, and that innovation will make the increase in e-commerce user increase. With the increase in user, the economy will continue to increase. After analyzing the data and fact, it will be discussed about change in the general behavior of consumer and producer in the e-commerce business. When the COVID pandemic hit Indonesia, starting in when the COVID pandemic hit Indonesia, starting in March and April 2020, sorry, in addition to being a business solution during the COVID-19 pandemic, the e-commerce business sector is expected to continue to grow rapidly and is even expected to remain at a certain level when the COVID-19 pandemic ends. The policy of preventing the spread of the COVID-19 virus that really forced people to reduce leaving the house, keep their distance, and work from home by at least 25% or even up to 100%. Many consumers also avoid shopping directly in crowded places. The demand for data and internet needs during the pandemic also increased dramatically. Automatically, the opportunities was taken by the new internet service provider company. The increase jumped 40% at the time of the enactment of government regulation to work and study from home online. The most purchased products during the COVID-19 pandemic era are masks, hand sanitizer, tissue, and sport equipment. So the conclusion is that the e-commerce business sector can provide an important role that is beneficially to society and also economic development in the state of Indonesia during the COVID-19 pandemic. All parties benefit, both business actor, consumer, and the government. For business, e-commerce is a solution to overcome the impact of COVID-19. Increase the scale of sales because many investors are interested in this field. Increase marketing reach and encourage business people to adapt to conditions during pandemic and technology. E-commerce is also beneficially for consumer because it can provide security and comfort in transaction, especially facing the strict government regulation that limit the community with social distancing as a step to minimize the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Consumers also become more efficient in terms of time, energy, and price selection compared to conventional transaction. The development of the e-commerce sector also requires people to adapt to technological development to fulfill their needs. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.